Hey, what's up? It's Morg, but if you already knew that, did you miss me? Alright, today I'm going to be telling you the 5 things that I learned from each of these books right here, and it is You Are a Badass and You Are a Badass at Making Money. So let's get into the first one of You Are a Badass, the 5 things that I learned.
Yeah, I might just hit it when you pass that shit, cause that's that shit you love.
So if you don't know what these books are, they are a self-help book about how to kind of love yourself and go ahead and show up as your truest self, your best self, whatever the case is for you. And then the You Are a Badass at Making Money, it's the same concept, but it helps you break through your limiting beliefs and limiting mindsets around money. So for the first one, You Are a Badass, what I have learned is she gave you a prompt at the end of one of the chapters to write forgiveness contract. So it has to do with breaking through these limiting beliefs about there are some times that we expect our siblings, our parents, our relationships, something like that to not perform, but be something that they didn't know that we wanted them to be. And the reason why she wants you to write that is because sometimes you're blaming them for something, or you're expecting them to be a certain way and they're not that way. But she tells you to write these things in order for you to forgive them and forgive yourself, in order to be able to push past that and really start working on the relationship you have with yourself and these people. Moving into the second thing that You Are a Badass helped me was she gave me a prompt to write down what I actually love. And the reason why she wants you to write this down, even though it seems a little weird, is because she wants you to be happy with the situation you're in right now. She wants you to be able to help you become happier, and then overall just find peace at being where you are and in that transitional journey to get where you want to be. So for me, it seemed a little silly to write down everything that I like R&B music, going to concerts, or spending time with my dog, watching YouTube videos, or traveling, things like that. And what you realize when you write these down are you're not doing any of these things. And especially if you're in a really stressful situation such as college, or your job is really demanding, you're working 12-hour days, and what you want to do is just after you work those 12-hour days, come home and sleep all the way up until you have to go again. And the reason why it was really helpful for me to write these down and see them on paper was because I realized I wasn't doing any of the things I love doing. And a lot of things are, if you're not doing something that you love every single day, if you're not making yourself happy or feeling joy in your everyday life, why would you be happy if you're not doing anything that you actually love doing? So it really puts into perspective of, okay, maybe I should be listening to music more, going to concerts, or on my day off actually get out of the house and travel. The third thing, I'm sure if you've listened to a lot of Instagram gurus or coaches or Instagram coaches or whatever it is, life coaches, they always say live your truth, step into your truth, blah blah blah. But what they're actually meaning by that is, what is your why? Why are you actually doing these things? Find the truth in why you actually are doing these things. So for an example, my truth or my why or whatever is I wanted to be a YouTuber, and a lot of the reasons why I wanted to be a YouTuber was because I thought it was going to give me financial freedom. I thought it was going to make me happy. I thought it was going to be fun, things like that. And then the same goes for why I wanted to be a veterinarian. I wanted to be a veterinarian because I thought it was going to make my family proud of me and happy of me, and I was going to set a good example for all of my cousins and my brother. But at the end of the day, becoming a YouTuber and doing what I love every single day was what's going to make my family proud of me and bring me all the things that I thought going to college and being a veterinarian was going to do for me. So it really opens your mind into realizing that you have limiting beliefs about things that you're working towards or why you actually want to do something. The fourth thing I really loved was the fear flipping. So I actually wrote it down, and I want to explain what it actually was. So what it is you write down what you want, and then the second thing you do is write down what you're fearing, and then you give 3 reasons why you should do this that is greater than your fear. So for me, I wrote down like I wanted to be a YouTuber. The reason like for not starting, like for my fear was I don't know. I don't even remember what it was, but it was something stupid, of course. But you don't realize it's stupid until you actually write down 3 greater reasons of why you should start. So, like, my reasons for starting that trumped my fear would be something like, if I don't start YouTube, I'm not going to be able to help you guys. If I don't start YouTube, I'm not going to be able to fulfill my goals or be creative or love what I'm doing. If I don't start YouTube, I'm not going to be able to stay at home with my dog and turn this into a job. So it really puts things into perspective of you're fearing things, but the reason you should do it is way greater than why you're fearing it. And sometimes you'll look at it and say like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid, but in your head, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind don't realize that it's stupid, but these are the things that are holding you back. The 5th thing kind of was like that, but what you would do is you write down what you want, you write down why you don't feel good enough, and then the 3rd thing is you write down what you're scared of and why you're not pursuing it. This again, it just breaks down into realizing why you're procrastinating this, why you're not starting, and it really helps you put into perspective of this is exactly why I should start it. This is exactly why I should go for it. And it really, like, I guess it kind of boosts your confidence in a way of it's way better and easier to start than you think it is. Alright, now moving on to You Are a Badass at Making Money, I'm going to tell you the 5 things that I learned from this book. So the first thing that was this is what I love about all these books, they give you a prompt to like journal things at the end of each chapter. And if you guys are really skeptical about these books and you're like, dude, these are BS, blah, 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 I have literally picked up You Are a Badass from my library 3 times, and it wasn't until I picked it up the last time that I was like, oh my god, this is really helping me. And then I went out and bought that book, and then I turned around and bought You Are a Badass at Making Money. So these books are self-help books, and they help you in the sense of when you're ready, not so much as just because your favorite YouTuber liked it and you're reading it and bought it. So the first writing prompt that really helped me in this book was write down all the reasons why you want to make the money and all the reasons why you having money is going to help others. So you need to think about, like, if you want money for your coaching program, to start a YouTube channel, to pay off your college debt, or something like that, write down why you want it, but then write down why you having that money is going to help others. The second thing that she gave you a writing prompt for was to write money affirmations. So this sounds a little silly and it's like really kind of out there, but to rewrite your limiting beliefs about money and to kind of look over them every day or a couple times out of the week, it really helps you transform your subconscious mind, because you don't realize that your brain is telling you these things every time you're paying a bill, every time you're spending money, every time you're going to the grocery store or getting a paycheck. You don't really realize these things, but writing them down on paper and then saying them to yourself repeatedly, it really helps reprogram your subconscious mind and push past those limiting money beliefs. The third thing has to go back with like the fear flipping, but instead of doing it for fear, you're doing it for money. So you write down all the reasons why you want money, and then you write down 3 reasons greater than your fear and your fear of why you should have this money. The 4th thing that she gives you a writing prompt for is to write a letter to money. This one is really out there, but literally when she explains it in the book, you'll understand why she wants you to do this. But just writing it, like, I'll actually read you one of the letters that she gives as an example, but it really helps you realize all of the limiting money beliefs that you have, or the reason why you're scared to have a lot of money, or why you never have a lot of money. So this is actually in the 4th chapter of the book, and one of the letters is, "Dear Money, I feel confident and secure when you're here, and I like to spend you when you're around. I feel generous to others, but sometimes you leave without saying goodbye. You're like a lover who comes and goes on a whim, and yet I always want you back. It makes me feel resentful and frustrated. I get so scared when you go because I'm afraid maybe you'll never come back. It makes me feel bad about myself. Why can't you just enjoy being together?" So this sounds a little silly or stupid, but it really does help you get, like, because when she's explaining things throughout the book, it kind of goes a little more out there, but you really have to realize that this is helping you in the long run, and some of the beliefs or things that you think about money aren't actually true, and this is one of the ways, like the easiest ways, to really push past those limiting beliefs. The very last thing that I have learned from this book is writing down what it would look like in your dream day if you had this money. So writing down what your schedule would look like, writing down the job you're going to, the clothes you'd wear, the activities you do on a daily basis, what your house would look like, the things that you would have, and really write down every single thing. And what some people have realized when they're at this point in the book is that they're already living the life that they want to if they would have this money. So they need to just be happier and present in the moment, which is what You Are a Badass, the first book, helps you with. But on the second one, it helps you realize the actions that you're taking now should probably change in order to live the life that you want to live. I'm not saying that you should go out and spend all of this money that you don't have, but it's more so along the lines to spend your money with gratitude and be thankful that you have this money to pay your bills with, you have this money now, and that when you get more of it, you're going to be even more grateful, as opposed to still feeling like it's not enough. So that is it for today, and I will see you every single Thursday with more videos.
Love songs all up on repeat. I got snakes slithering all in my sheets. I got hella people that don't fuck with me, but I bet you face to face they don't come up to me.